What up? What up? What up? Top of the top. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? Grown Man P in the building, aka Mr. SWM. My man ASAP Auto. ASAP Auto, thanks for the cash app the other day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know you was the wave lord. Thanks for the cash app the other day. Also, thanks for the cash app the other day by CA Micah. How y'all doing this morning? We lit, we up, we ready. I see my people pulling up early. Juicy Peach, Huey the God, John Shaft. What's up? I got some things I'm gonna be talking about this morning. Y'all already know. No matter how early I get up, it's hard to get here on point. I'm not playing with you. We put a lot of work in. Round the clock. All we do is take naps. I told you that. But anyway, good morning, Miss Danielle Walker. We about to get into some things today because certain topics that catch my eye, I gotta speak on it. Y'all know how I do. But I'm gonna be talking about Mary J. Blige. Y'all know Mary. She said some dumb stuff out her mouth. And I'm not trying to diss Mary J. Blige. I'm not trying to diss you, Mary, but Mary J. Blige, she speaks on why she doesn't want to have kids. And what she said, in my opinion, was some of the dumbest stuff I ever heard. And I think she capping anyway. And I think a lot of women are going to be very, very offended. And I feel like Mary is selling out, and I feel like she's clout chasing, and Mary J. Blige is pitiful. I'm also going to be talking about the two YouTubers that are facing 7 years in jail. I told you a lot of these YouTubers are retarded. I'm not talking about this mentally challenged. I'm talking about they losing their mind, that kind of retarded. These YouTubers be going too far, and two YouTubers are facing 7 years in jail because they did something real stupid. I'm gonna be talking about that. I'm also going to be talking about, they say it's a new Omicron variant, and they said it's starting to pick up traction. And I'm also going to be talking about how Jay-Z and Dame is, they trying to settle their differences in a lawsuit. And also I'm going to be talking about how they about to do away with daylight savings. And y'all know the other day I was talking about how they always playing with numbers, they playing with time, they altering your reality, they always playing these games, calendar games, leap years, but the man upstairs, he already told you what the days was. He told you. He already told you about the days already. He told you about the days. He told you about the nights. He told you how to watch for the signs. But we know man made up their own way to live. And some people don't know, they don't know which way to go. But they about to do away with daylight savings. It's going to be over with. And a lot of us in our lifetime, we never heard nothing about that. But I'm going to be getting into that too. How your reality is being altered and manipulated every day of your life. But you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let the people pull up. Like I said, happy to see y'all this morning. And y'all know we do what we do. Don't forget to go subscribe to Grown Man Talk. Grown Man Talk is a channel with my homie Grown Man P. Y'all know he do his thing. You know we do our thing together. So I got to make that clear. Black Barbie 05, what's up? Mr. X, Rick Set, John Shaft, what up? I see everybody here this morning, so y'all already know you don't got to check the temperature because we about to do what we do, and let's get it. Boom. Mary J. Blige. I'm gonna give her her props. Mary she looking right at 50 years old. She looking right. I'll give her that. She ain't out here looking messed up like a lot of people in their 50s do. I mean, a lot of people when they start looking bad in their 30s. I ain't gonna lie. She looking right at over 50. I'm gonna give her that. See, I'm not a hater, but Mary it's like the older she gets, she's starting to get a little stupider. Now, we saw in the Super Bowl when she passed out on the roof. She acted like she was passing out and she was being real extra. We also saw her on Power. Now, I will say Mary is she's doing a good job on Power. The only problem I got with Mary, I don't got a problem with her, but I just think it's sad that she's playing a wicked-ass role. She's playing a role of a mother who ain't shit, basically. You know what I'm saying? She's playing the role of a foul-ass mother in Power. And the reason why I say that is because, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I never seen a mother that had all 3 of her kids in the drug game. And then she had a 4th child that she lied and said was her nephew. So, in Power, she plays a very dirty role. And she make mothers look bad. But I know they using her to make the black mothers look like shit. In my opinion. That's why that's the purpose of that role. To make black women look bad, like they don't know how to raise their kids. You see the same pattern in Power. That's why you see in the movie Power or the TV show, you see that Tariq, he's bad. But when you go to Mary Kids, you're gonna see one of her sons, so-called down with the rainbow. He sell drugs, he kill. Her other son, Kane, he's a straight hitter. He's a bad child. The daughter, she's supposed to be the good one, but she deals in criminal activity. And then the other son, that's supposed to be the basketball player, he's supposed to be like a bastard child. And she lied to him, said that's her nephew. So she plays the role of a wicked mother. That's what I call her. But my point is this. Now, in real life, Mary J. Blige, she speaks out on why she does not want kids. Basically, why she don't have kids. Maybe she couldn't have kids, allegedly. I don't know. I heard things about how she used to get right back in the day. Maybe her, like Scarface said, maybe her womb is polluted. Allegedly, disclaimer, I don't want to get in trouble, Mary, but Mary J. Blige speaks on why she doesn't want to have kids. And we know, keep in mind, she's already over 50 or 50. She's in the 50-year bracket. And she's talking about why she don't want to have kids. Keep that in mind. I'm about to get somewhere with this. All right. Now, Mary J. Blige speaks on why she doesn't want to have kids during her promotion of her new album. So you heard the saying they do anything for clout, right? All right. Her whole career, you never heard her talk like this. Now she's just talking crazy. She said that, during the promotion of her new album, she don't want to have no kids. And her album is going to be called Good Morning Gorgeous. It's probably going to be a good album too. But I'm pretty sure she's probably about to get ratchet on this album. So her album is going to be called Good Morning Gorgeous. And Mary J. Blige was asked about her decision to not have children. And this what she said. Mary says she likes her freedom and the ability to move how she wants to move without having to tend to someone all of the time. When asked by, the E, y'all know E Entertainment, the E channel, whatever, she was asked by the E Daily Pop host, Justin Sylvester, does she regret not having kids? And her reply was she has nieces and nephews forever. And she said, this is what she said out her mouth. She's always watching how people are scrambling for babysitters. I don't want to go through that. I like my freedom and I do what I want to do. I don't want to have to tend to someone all the time. Do you hear what Mary J. Blige said? Let me repeat it again. So she basically tried to throw a shot at all the mothers. That's what she did. And she basically tried to say everybody that have kids don't have no life and they're miserable. This is what she said. She said, I got nieces and nephews forever, and I'm always watching how people are scrambling for babysitters. So she said, if you got kids, you basically be scrambling for babysitters. You be struggling to get a babysitter. That's what she said. She said, I don't want to go through that. She said, I like my freedom and I do what I want to do. I don't want to have to tend to someone all the time. Peep the word. She says she does not want to have to tend to someone all the time, meaning she ain't got time to show no kids no love. But my point is this, we're going to break Mary down because, Mary, you sound like a fool. All right. First, you just threw a shot at all the parents. Now, I get it. If you don't want to have no kids, you don't want to have no kids. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody does not want kids. But Mary J. Blige was trying to throw shots slickly. So she basically said that people who have kids, they be scrambling for babysitters. Then she said people that have kids don't have no freedom. Then she said basically people that have kids, they can't do what they want to do. And then basically she said if you got kids, you got to tend to somebody all the time. And that's the part that shows she's selfish. But instead of just saying, let's just imagine, let's just say Mary can't even have no kids. Instead of her saying, you know, I can't have no children, she went into a whole nother report. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying allegedly. Just say, what if she couldn't have no kids? And she just went on with this whole little rant to try to shit on people. Because it sounded to me like that's what I heard. Now let's get into what she said. When she said that she see people scrambling for babysitters, is she talking about people in the hood? Is she talking about people that got money? Who's she talking about? Because most people I know can find a babysitter or can pay for one. But who is she talking to when she say that? Now, I'm saying that because Mary J. Blige is rich. She can easily have a nanny. She could pay a nanny. She could pay anybody to watch her kids. We know this. Anybody. Anybody will pay. She could pay anybody to watch her children. So why would Mary J. Blige sit up there and say something dumb as she see how people scramble for babysitters? That's why she don't want to have no baby. Now, we already know that's cap, Mary. You capping. You disrespecting. You trying to be slick. You trying to say that people that have kids, they can't find babysitters and they be struggling. And you trying to call people with kids miserable. That's what you're trying to say. All right? She says she watch how people be scrambling for babysitters, and she says she don't want to go through that. And she also says she like her freedom. So she basically saying if you got kids, you on lockdown. You can't do nothing. You on lockdown. That's what she said. She like her freedom. Now, Mary, let's break that down. Freedom to do what? Is it freedom to be a thought? Freedom to get high? I don't know. Allegedly. Clear that up. Freedom to go to the club? My bad. You 50 years old. What are you talking about? Freedom. All the people I know that got kids can go out whenever they want to. They got a lot of freedom. It's called being grown and responsible. But according to Mary J. Blige, she said if you got kids, you don't have no freedom. What is wrong with this woman? This woman just tried to throw shots. And she said that if you got children, you got to scramble for babysitters. She said if you got kids, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got no freedom and you can't go nowhere, you can't do nothing. So who are you talking about? Are you talking about poor people? What are you talking about? Black people, white people? I don't know. I know you got money, Mary, so you got money to pay babysitters. You got money to have your freedom, you know. But the key thing she said, which shows her selfishness, is she says that what? She don't want to have to tend to someone all the time. That shows her selfish behavior right there. I never heard showing love to your children is tending to someone all the time. Like, I'm speaking from my own experience, you know what I'm saying? I cut 2 of my child's umbilical cord. I was in there when they was born, all of that. And I never looked at none of my children like they was going to stop what I had to do. If anything, we know they do what? What do they do, family? What do they do, parents? When you have kids, it motivates you to do even more. Am I lying? Am I flying? It motivates us to do the best we can do, be the best we could be. Some of us had children actually changed our life. It helped us be better. It helped us look at life from a different perspective. So what is Mary J. Blige talking about when she said that she don't want to have to tend to someone all the time? Maybe you're just a selfish individual. Maybe it's all about Mary, and you don't got the time to give love to somebody else other than yourself. Maybe that's why you couldn't keep no husband, because you think it's all about you. And I'm just being real. Everybody I know, when they have a child, I don't care what age you was when you had it. Usually when you have your child, that's like your wake-up call. When you look in that baby face, you start looking at life different from that day on. You get a different motivation. Some people going into a depression, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you understand that it's not about you no more. And you already know when you're a parent, especially a good parent, that selfishness goes out the window. Because you know it's not all about you no more. So when she say she don't want to have to tend to someone else, that sounds ignorant, Mary. You sound stupid. And first of all, you're 50 years old. Why are you just now talking about why you don't want to have kids? And yes, I know, and Mary did party her whole life. She used to party with KC. Y'all know KC from Jodeci. Y'all heard the stories about what he used to do, allegedly. Well, people that know what time it is know it. They know that boy was getting lit. And they know she was right with him getting lit too, allegedly. So you've been partying your whole life. Hanging with Lil' Kim, Missy, all of them. You've been partying your whole life. That's why you still do that. That's why Mary J still do that 1-2 step. Y'all ain't know that she do the same dance from the 90s. Every time she dance, she do the same exact dance. So my point is this. She was throwing shots at all the parents, basically saying, parents, you a parent, you don't got no freedom. You be scrambling for babysitters, and you ain't got no freedom. You know what I'm saying? And you got to tend to someone all the time. That means you ain't got no life. That's what she was trying to say. And I never heard nobody, not a woman talk this stupid. Now, don't get me wrong. I heard young women say stuff like this. I heard young men talk like this, but that's before I heard people talk like that when they could actually have kids, but they choose not to, and they're young. I never heard nobody in their 50s sitting here giving excuses on why they don't want kids, and you already passed your date anyway. And it proves that you selfish. It proves you might be a thought, you might be a cougar because you don't want to sit your ass down. You want to still go to the club and drink and get high. Maybe that's it. You should have just said that. Look, I don't want to have no kids. I never wanted no kids because I like to party and get high, have a lot of fun. You should have just said that. Or you could have just said, my womb was polluted and I can't have no kids. Allegedly, disclaimer, I don't want no trouble. But you sound stupid, Mary. You sound very stupid. And you throwing shots at people. Now, I understand people can't get babysitters like that. Good morning to the people. I see y'all. I understand it. I'm going to be real. Like, it's not really hard to get a babysitter, but what? A lot of parents, they don't trust anybody watching their kids. That's the thing. People don't scramble for no babysitter like that. Only way you're going to scramble for a babysitter is if you have a child and you're a single parent and you somewhere where you don't know nobody. But for the most part, a lot of people can find babysitters. They just don't want babysitters. But she said when you got kids, basically, your life is over with. You're done. You're in misery. You have nothing going on. That's what Mary said. And guess what? She said all of this because she about to drop an album. So I'm showing you how wicked she is and how stupid she is. Because she only saying this because she about to drop an album. And she's trying to appeal. Mary's trying to transform into a bad bitch that ain't got no time for kids. You get it? But this is what Mary don't understand. We seen Cardi B have a children, and still do her thing. We see Nicki Minaj recently had a child, and she's still doing her thing. We know a lot of celebrities that had children, they still doing their thing. So why would Mary sit here and say that? And I'm going to say it again. When you got a lot of money, you don't have no problem finding no damn babysitter. So I'm just showing you how people to sell out for some money. Mary is selling out. Remember, she tried to do that Burger King commercial, KFC. She tried to do and got cooked. She always doing and saying something stupid. That's why her husband booked her. Maybe that's why KC used to, violate her, because she probably was just getting high, doing stupid stuff back then. And I'm not co-signing none of that. I'm just saying, Mary, you just took shots at a lot of women, a lot of mothers, a lot of parents. You just threw shots saying that, people be scrambling for babysitters and they ain't got no freedom. And you also said that parents, they always got to tend to somebody all the time. So that's how we know you selfish, Mary. That's how we also know your career ain't going nowhere. You're done. You had your time. You don't want to get it through your head. You another one over 50 years old, and you don't want to sit down and raise a family. See, y'all don't never want to raise no family and just expand your wealth and just enjoy your riches. And you the same one, Mary, was just recently crying how your husband took all your money and basically tried to say you going broke too. You know why? Because you was partying and you ain't invest your money in a lot of stuff. Let's keep it real, y'all. Once you touch a certain amount of money, you're supposed to have so many investments on the table. Period. Let's look at if Mary came out in 92. Let's look at if she was making the right investment since the 90s. Where would she be at right now? She could have been the next Oprah. Am I lying? If not the next Oprah, she could have been up under Oprah. My point is Mary could have been way bigger than what she is. She still got to go on tour like Tina Turner, because remember, a lot of, they got to still do shows. They got to still work hard because their money be funny. She probably got jerked on her rights. Puffy probably got the rights to her music. Her money ain't where it's supposed to be. It's not. It's not up like it could be. Rihanna's worth $1 billion. Rihanna came out way after Mary J. Blige, so it shows you somebody made the right moves or somebody didn't. You get how I go? We know Beyonce money is way up over Mary J. Blige. We know this because Mary was partying and doing her own thing, having a good time. We know Beyonce got kids. So why would you throw a shot saying it's hard to find a babysitter? You got money. So you need to stop it, Mary. You're just trying to promote this album, all right? And that's all you're trying to do. That's all you should have said. But I'm just showing you how people be capping and they'll say whatever they got to say. But once again, I'm just telling you, for those that just pulled up, Mary J. Blige basically threw a shot at all the parents and say that parents live a miserable life. That's basically what she said. And she basically slandered all the children, trying to call all the children burdens, trying to say basically they're not worth having because they're going to take away your freedom. You ain't going to be able to do nothing, and you always got to cater to the child. So that shows you what Mary is. She's stupid. You're dumb for saying that. And that's how I know you ain't had no PR management, or you know exactly what you were saying, and you was trying to sell out to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, you still young and single out here. But my point is, no woman in her 50s should be talking like that. And I told y'all, Mary does look good for her age. She's intact, her body's in shape, but maybe Mary is still trying to be a thought box at 50 years old. Maybe that's why she's talking like this. And my point is, Mary, you cannot have kids anyway. So why are you just now telling us why are you talking about kids anyway? That's all I'm saying. That's right. Like the bro said, she could be my sugar mama. That's why she's going to keep getting booked. Remember, she want to keep being young and keep partying. All you're going to do is date younger dudes, and they're going to take your money. That's it. That's really all you're here for now. You know what I'm saying? Because any man that's for real, what if it's a man that really did want to be with you and settle down? You don't want to do that. You don't close all those doors right there. Any multi-millionaire, billionaire, any man that want to have kids or adopt, you don't throw all that out the window because you just sat here and disrespected all the parents and all the children. That's what she did, but I don't know if she was smart enough to know that. But that's what Mary J. Blige said. She disrespected the kids and said that, she got nieces and nephews. She did say that, and she said basically that's enough for her. She also said she ain't trying to tend to somebody, have to spend time with them all the time and do all that extra stuff. She ain't with all that scrambling for babysitters and all that. So that was a shot at all y'all parents. That was a shot at all of us. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she called parents bozos. That's basically what she did. Now, I'm going to get back to her later. Let me get with these two clowns you see on the screen. Kind of look like somebody I know about 30 years ago. Look like some people I know about 30 years ago. One light skin, one crusty brown skin. But my point is this, they look like two people that I know about 30 years ago, though. Anyway, these are two dumb YouTubers. I know some of y'all saw this story. I saw it over the weekend, but I ain't report on it. But I want to go back into it because now I know how much time they actually facing. And we have another story of how some YouTubers will do anything for clicks and views. They will do anything. Anything. They will slander. Y'all already know they'll do anything. Well, we got two goofies right here. And these two goofies are facing 7 years. Now, this is a Pennsylvania couple. And they are facing felony charges for hiding overnight in a Chester County Target. They went into a Target, broke into a Target, stayed in the Target, whatever. I'm gonna get into the story. Boom. They was in a Target and they was filming themselves for their YouTube channel. One is 25-year-old. His name is Johnson LaCrosse. The female, she's 24 years old. Her name is Charlotte Fisher. You know, they're facing third-degree criminal charges for trespassing. Check this out. After they tripped an alarm in a Target. Police found nobody in the store at first. They ain't find them in there. But the next day, employees found on surveillance footage that the two was walking around the store with their phones. Now, this I'm getting to the part where, you know what I'm saying? Check this out, right? Boom. They didn't take anything. However, their YouTube page provided more info. The YouTube page showed that they shared a video called the 24-hour overnight challenge. That was the name of what they was doing. It was called the 24-hour overnight challenge, where they were supposed to go to Target and stay in Target for 24 hours. That's what they did. That's what they was doing for clicks and views. Listen, they did the 24-hour overnight challenge, but the whole time, guess what? They was capping, because what they did was they stayed in the store to 3 a.m. Then they left out at 3 a.m. But what happened when they left out at 3 a.m., they tripped the alarm. And then that's why when the police came at 3 a.m., they wasn't there. But then they came back to the store at 8 o'clock in the morning to finish the video to make people think they stayed in there all night. Now, I'm going to show you again how people be finessing online. Straight capping. Look, 24-hour challenge. They stayed in there at 3 a.m. and left, went home. And came back at 8, started taping again, and tried to make people think they was in there the whole night, but they wasn't. They was capping. But anyway, that's my point. They tripped the alarm. Police came, they wasn't there. But what happened was they went to their YouTube channel and saw their video. And that's what incriminated them. That's what got their dumb ass locked up. And they out on $25,000 bail right now. And I'm showing you how people are stupid. They are stupid. They will do anything and say anything for YouTube views and clicks. Now, look, they was trying to get money, but now it's costing them money. They had to bail out. And guess what? None of us don't even know about none of them. We don't even know these people. And they probably on YouTube every day. They on YouTube probably every day. I don't even know the name of their channel. Because this report was so slick, they didn't even get them clout for their YouTube channel. They didn't even let it be known what their channel is. So my point is, they didn't even get clout off getting locked up. And once again, we got an episode of Dumb and Dumber. But they are facing criminal charges. Target going to press charges on them. And this is just, as y'all keep seeing, this pattern. You're seeing this pattern of people who don't got all their marbles in their head. They want to start YouTube channels. This is what we're seeing right in your face. We're seeing weirdos that are starting YouTube channels. You get it? So once again, we have proof of two people that should have never been on YouTube, because people keep getting it messed up. YouTube is not Instagram. It's not Facebook. It's not Twitter. What they did, they could have did it on TikTok. You don't bring that to YouTube. But my point is this. Y'all stupid, for one. For two, how many times we keep hearing, I keep telling people, law enforcement watches social media. Law enforcement watches YouTube. Well, how many times we had to tell y'all it's police job to sit behind a desk and look at videos all day? They watch my videos. They watch whoever videos they want to watch. That's their job. That's what they do. But y'all still don't want to get it through your hard head. That's how I know a lot of y'all are slow in the brain. I told you, y'all got slush brains. You don't comprehend stuff until it happens. Law enforcement watches YouTube. They watch all platforms. Stop snitching on yourself. Stop acting like you can't be touched. Stop acting like nobody can't pull up on you. But don't listen to me. We got more proof that these two dummies, and there's a lot of dummies on YouTube. I told you. It's two dummies that look kind of just like them. Only thing is, these dummies right here like 30 years younger. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of dumb couples online. And my point is this. They facing 7 years. And that's what they get because they stupid. And they was lying to the people because they was trying to make people think they was in Target 24 hours the whole time. They left out at 3 a.m. in the morning and then came back at 8 a.m. to finish taping. Like, yo, we just woke up. We still in the building, y'all. They was capping the whole time, and they stupid ass got caught. You know what I'm saying? Due to what? Technology, surveillance. Was they that stupid to think they wasn't gonna get caught on surveillance? A couple of them dummies just ran out the room. I see the numbers go down a little bit. What up, Yak? When I start talking about certain people, it's funny. I do it all the time. I swear to God. When I start making jokes about certain individuals or I start speaking on certain topics, the numbers will jump down real quick. That's why I know they dip about the room because I said something they don't like. I do that all the time on purpose. Hunter Rizzo. Hold up, man. I'm going to get Hunter Rizzo his rich right. Man, Hunter Rizzo, I keep seeing different icons, Hunter. That ain't the real Hunter Rizzo, man. Anyway, so I was about to mod you up, Hunter. If that's you, hit me in the DM, bro. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, right? Man, they facing 7 years. They out on $25,000 bond. And this also, you know what I'm saying, leading me to the next topic, but I'm gonna tie it together with the new, you know, daylight savings is about to be over. It's the last year daylight savings. It's the last year for daylight savings. No more daylight savings. So I told y'all a couple episodes when I was kicking it with y'all, right, about how, you know, they finessing time, they finessing the clock. Time is being manipulated. And it's being manipulated to control your day. But a lot of us already know that, you know, time is an illusion anyway, because we understand that time is everlasting. It's never, time is always going to go on. It's the dimension that exists outside of, you know, 3D. When you're dealing with length, width, and depth, everything changes in time, but time will always remain. Time is a dimension that will always exist. And we know, for those that know and for those that don't know, the real time is just the sun rotating, the sun going on its journey, the moon going on its journey. A woman don't need a calendar to know when she's supposed to, when her period is coming, if she study the moon. That's how the ancient people did once upon a time. They didn't have no clocks on the wall. Wasn't no batteries, none of that. They knew from nature. They studied the stars. They studied the sun and the moon, and that's how they knew. They knew everything. They didn't need nobody to tell them nothing. But then man came down with his big ass head, and he wanted to control everything, and he started making clocks and calendars and started trying to tell you what you're going to do and what you ain't going to do. But they're going to be doing away with daylight savings. That's what they're going to be doing. All right, I got you, bro. They're going to be doing away with daylight savings, and the reason why I'm getting into this because. Hold up. Queen of Attraction says, like people incarcerated, daylight savings make a certain time of the year where the days seem longer. Exactly. And that's part of what they also said, that they want to make the days longer. It's very funny, man. They say they want to make the days longer. So who are they to try to make the days longer? But in reality, the days ain't going to be longer because it's only one set of time. And we know who the master plan is, who made the clock. We know the people that follow the sundial already know what time it is, because the watch is nothing but a replica of the sun going around. You know what I'm saying? We already know that. But for those that don't know, you're gonna find out. So check it out. This whole daylight savings thing is to alter your reality, because y'all already know we're in the matrix. So if I can control your time and make you think is this time from that time, and this the time you're supposed to, this the time, everything is based on the time clock, you always gonna be running in circles. You always gonna be dancing to the beat of somebody else's drum. And that's what brings me to TikTok, which I dropped a video on TikTok a while ago, but a lot of people didn't catch it. When I said TikTok, I really said black people are finished, but I'm talking about dumb people in general, not just black people. TikTok is the countdown. The clock goes tick-tock. TikTok is where you're going to see all the most ignorant stuff you want to see. You're going to see grown people dancing. You're going to see, I remember during the pandemic, you seen the grown-ups marching in the line, the whole family tree walking through the house, the grandma to the kids. You seen the crate challenge. All you're going to see the most ignorance on TikTok, because TikTok counts the time and the state of mind the people are in. So if you want to know how the American people doing, all you got to do is watch TikTok, and you can see how stupid they are. And you also can see on TikTok, they caught up in the matrix. But a lot of people forgot that a man named Trump told people to stay off of TikTok. And he told you who was the founders of TikTok. And a lot of people don't know that TikTok is on the stock market and people are getting paid off your ignorance. And they also counting down your destruction at the same time. TikTok. Get it? That's my opinion. Everybody's being judged, but it's all about who you being judged by and what you're being judged for. But everything you do is a calculated move, a calculated step. And somebody's watching you. That's why they love you on the social media platforms. It's my opinion. But TikTok is to measure the countdown and the destruction of a certain people. Mainly people that are ignorant and stupid. That's why I told you, when you want to see the most dumbest shit in your life, you go to TikTok. When you want to see a lot of grown people dancing, shaking their ass, doing a stupid ass challenge, you go to TikTok. Because when you overseas and you from somewhere else, and you want to know what's going on in America, you go to TikTok, they say, them people over there are stupid. Let me go over there and get me some money. Let me go over there and buy some property. Let me go over there and get some loans. Let me go over there and live my best life in America. Because they over there, they stupid. But another thing I told you, when I also realized it was over for a certain amount of people, you will see when you go on TikTok, everybody's trying to be you. A lot of people was joking on the so-called white people that was dancing, you know. Y'all don't understand what's going on. See, people was trying to say they trying to dance like they black. Nah, what they trying to say is, man, we dancing better than y'all now. We dancing a whole nother dance. We basically taking y'all place. You understand? This ain't about no race. I'm just trying to show you. It's a game being played. You seen why a lot of sisters been getting high, not taking care of themselves. You've been seeing a lot of those so-called white women running to that gym, trying to get built up because they got tired of all them years of getting clowns saying they ain't got no ass. Y'all remember? For years, they were saying white women ain't got no body, ain't got no ass. So what they did, they started going to the gym, eating healthy, getting right. Now you see white women with big hips, big ass, all that. It's not about race. I'm just showing you something. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? They are replacing. Matter of fact, I say this. Why you think everybody, as soon as they get a certain amount of bag, they don't support the black woman no more? Y'all ain't noticed that yet? All these rappers, especially most of these rappers, people be supporting, running out for buying it, you know what I'm saying, going to their shows. Look at Jeezy. He got an Asian woman. That's my point. I'm just showing you. Out of all that trap talk, out of all that snowman talk, when we all said and done, he didn't get a black woman. He would have got an Asian woman. Mostly all of them gonna get a woman outside of their race. It's not about race. I'm just showing you nobody values the black woman. And that's sad. It's like the black woman don't have no value. And everybody's taking her spot, taking her position. This is not no hate campaign. It's not no slander. This is something that's going on. So my point is this. I'm gonna show this back to Mary. When Mary, as a black woman, says ignorance out her mouth, that people that have kids scramble for babysitters and don't have no freedom, when people like Mary plays the role on Power of that grimy ass mother, what she's actually doing on a world scale is trying to make black mothers and black women look bad. The same way when Denzel took the role of Training Day, he was representing that black cops are dirty. He was showing you how dirty a black cop could be, and he was giving black cops a bad image. It's all about imagery. That is the warfare. Imagery. It's not about what it is. It's about how things look. You see, people attack your character to try to make you look a certain way because that's a warfare. For those that know, we also know that who else used that tactic? They say what? The Nazis. They say that man Hitler used that tactic of slander campaigns, false allegations, trying to degrade a certain people to make them seem less than human, which gave other people felt like they had the right to feel like they was better than these people. See, people will put you down to make themselves look better. Man, that's an old wicked tactic that been going on. People make you look ignorant, make you look stupid. They'll lie on you. They do whatever they got to do to make themselves look like they the high almighty, like they shining. So you got to understand, I'm putting this all together, that it's a certain people that are set up for their own failure. And they use things like TikTok for you to set yourself up. And they study you. This is how they study you. Remember, let me rewind again. If you remember, it was for years, and there was a time when they didn't know what we was doing in our household. They didn't know what we did on the block. They didn't even know our public opinion on stuff because it wasn't discussed online. Remember? Y'all remember only certain things we spoke about in a barbershop. Only certain things was being discussed in the beauty salon, in the household. But when social media got to a certain level, they understand that all they got to do is study social media, and they can see how these particular people think. This is how they know who all the racist people are. They study the racist people too. They study everybody. But this is how they can put people in the groups and categories. This is how they know who the terrorists are. Before the terrorists, they had private conversations. Now a lot of them they push hate agendas online. So now they're able to track them. My point is, stuff like TikTok is in place for a certain set of ignorance. It's used as a measurement to see how dumb people really are. That's why you're always going to see a challenge, and it's mostly on TikTok. The challenge is actually to see how stupid you are. Remember the pod challenge? People swallowing pods. Remember the challenge, the ice challenge, the ice bucket. Remember what they said? The little girl recently had hung herself trying to do a challenge from TikTok. Most of the challenges damn near kill you. They say a lot of people got hurt on that crate challenge. Most of those challenges are to see how dumb you are, and sometimes those challenges can take yourself out because they're actually stupid most of the time. And you got to remember, it's people that sit back higher up that you don't see. Remember, they told you about high spirits and high places. People sit up in high places and they figure out, they say, yo, what we going to do now? What we going to make up this week, John? And they make something up, and they see how many people are going to follow. And then that's how they know that's how they know if people smart or stupid. But they say, damn, John, at the end of the week, we got 10 billion people to do this. Boom. That's how many people we know stupid. Man, it's called measurement. It's called tally, and it's called watching the numbers. That's why I try to tell people numbers are to be finessed, manipulated. The whole world is being controlled through mathematics, through numbers. That's why my point is daylight savings is no more. Your day is about to be altered. So you don't know if you got 24 hours in a day, 23 hours in a day, 25 hours in a day. Who knows? That's how it's supposed to be. But people that's on point already know it don't matter what time of the day it is because we're not on no schedule. We're going to move accordingly. That's what it's called, moving accordingly. Everything ain't always on the schedule. Only thing that's on the schedule really is business. Business runs on a schedule, aka the stock market. Y'all know Wall Street open at a certain time, it closes at a certain time. Business is always going to be business, which goes back to what I was trying to tell people before is being that it's about business, they do not want to try to take everybody out. You see, we had the conversations a whole lot of time about these conspiracy theories, and I told y'all they don't want to take everybody out. It don't make sense. The rich only gets richer off of other people putting in work. So why do they want to take everybody out? That's not going to make them no money. They don't want to work. The rich are not working, all right? Y'all get that through your head. In order to sit up in your mansion, you need a lot of people to do the work for you. So my point is, they don't want to take everybody out. But I told you, in my opinion, they do want to replace people with robots. We had these conversations already. A lot of y'all already know about self-checkout. You already seen it. But a robot is also a person that they ain't got no brain. Tick-tock. The clock don't work in their head. That's a robot. I told you, a human android. Long as they got human androids and they got, remote controls, human beings, they are straight. That's what they need. They need robots. They need people that's on the clock. They don't know what time it is. And you're going to do all the work. You're going to do all the dirty work. Whatever we need you to do, you're going to do it. And then we'll make money off of y'all. And we're going to sit in our mansion and chill. That's how this thing works. That's why I told you, if you into business, you're going to be straight. If you're an owner, business owner, if you a smart thinker, you're going to be all right. It's the people that can't think for themselves and need somebody to tell them everything, like a boss, or need people to tell them what to do, like a follower. Those are the people they're going to have it hard in these times. And I told you they're also going to be replaced. I also heard a story on that this morning about how what? The people from the U. Yeah, I remember I told y'all the people from the U, they about to touch down. They touching down in America right now. The people from the U. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all was worried about a lot of that smoke. Well, guess what? A lot of them about to touch down. The people from the big U. Yeah. The ones they country getting banged on right now. Their country getting banged on. A lot of them they coming over here right now as we speak. They about to get it lit. They about to get on their feet. They about to be straight. I told y'all. Some people just going to be replaced. It ain't about trying to take everybody out. They're going to let you take yourself out. That's why the clock is ticking, tick-tock. It's just a matter of time for you to take yourself out. That's one of my favorite sayings. From when I had beef on the street, beef period with anybody, I always say you let a person take themselves out. Because all you got to do, once you see a person going down a certain path, once you see a person moving a certain way, you don't have to do nothing to them. All you got to do is stay out the way. They're going to take themselves out. Let this be an example to my people. I'm telling you what it is. When you got ops, sometimes you just got to fall back. You ain't got to do nothing. They will take themselves out. You know why? Because they're going to create so many ops. You don't know who's going to do something. So all you got to do is stand out the way. That's with anything. People will take themselves out. You see it every day. It's called what? A car crash. People, they got a car. They might have a nice car, a perfect car, a pretty car, beautiful car, expensive car. But what happened? They still get in their car and take themselves out. It's called going off the road, an accident. People buy bikes, pretty ass bikes, nice bikes, fast bikes, stunting. That same bike be the bike that what? Take them out. People take themselves out every day. That's why sometimes all you got to do is just stay out the way. What it's called? Stay in your lane. Everybody want to be in the fast lane. You stay in the middle lane. You stay in the far right lane. You ain't always got to be. Niggas want to be in the fast lane. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna take themselves out anyway. You don't want to do 100 in the 50 zone. You want to do a $120 in the 70 zone. Go ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. Go ahead. That's how people take themselves out. In the game of life, you let people take themselves out. But guess what? It's a certain people, they already mastered this technique. It's been going on for thousands and thousands of years. It's called take yourself out. So all they got to do is watch the clock and say tick-tock, a matter of time. They're going to take themselves out anyway. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. We're in a time where you can't be trying to blame nobody. We're in a time where you can't be trying to feel sorry for nobody. We live in a time where you ain't better than nobody. Everybody's on the clock some kind of way, but it's about how you what? It's about how you finesse the clock. And it's about what? Not being caught up in time. Not being caught up in what other people got going on. It's called do your own thing and you'll be all right. That's what time it is. That's why I always tell you about what time it is. This shit I learned a long time ago. It's about knowing what time it is. Every second, every minute, every hour. What they say, we all got the same 24 hours in a day. What separates us? How we utilize our time. That's the only difference. That's why I keep telling you, ain't nobody better than nobody. And I told you that what? That's the beauty of America. The beauty of America, for those that hate, is this. Any day you wake up, you could be the next millionaire or billionaire. It's all on you. Also, you could be the next day, you could be broke in America. You could be up today and down tomorrow. Just a matter of time. But in America, every time you get that 24 hours, you got another shot to do something. That's why you're going to see the whole point is to keep you distracted and dumb so you won't utilize your time. That's what it's all about, man. What else? Did we not see what you think the whole purpose of school is, honestly? Like when you was in school, did you not basically get taught the same thing over and over and over again? School, in my opinion, is just really to occupy you as a child to keep you busy. That's why most people go to school for 12 years and still ain't learn nothing. Because basically, you was going to school. Look, school is like a babysitter. A lot of people send their kids to school just to have babysitters because they go to school, but they ain't never learned. They wasn't learning nothing anyway. It was just to comply so they can do it. They won't get in trouble. Just go to school. School is just a babysitter. That's why, what did they say? You can't expect the school to teach your kids nothing. They always told you that. You can't, we can't expect the school to teach you nothing. What the teacher always told you, I got my education, you get yours. I don't care if you graduate or not. Didn't teachers used to tell us that? Because school is just something to occupy your time as a child, because from the ages of 6 to 18, what you going to be doing? Walking around the street all day? Sitting in the house? No, so they created something for you to just waste your time at. And what I mean by waste your time, I'm talking about for everybody that went to school and didn't actually learn nothing, who wasn't really doing their homework, who wasn't really breaking them books open, wasn't going to the library. My point is, school is a babysitter. It's a waste of time. Why you think most of us dropped out? I dropped out in 11th grade. A lot of people say, that's stupid. How you going to drop out in 11th grade? Because I got tired. It was boring. So what I did is, when I got out of school, I waited like a year. I was doing what I was doing, but I got my GED when I was 19 on my own. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I wasn't going to be stupid out here. I was never stupid, but I knew I needed that credential somewhere in my life. I needed that. So my point is, we all knew at a certain point, I'm just going to school, wasting my time. Why? I'm cutting school every day anyway. I'm leaving early. I'm wasting my time. What I'm going to keep going for? So it was to a point when I was at a certain age, man, I ain't even cut school no more. I just stopped getting up. My mom's coming in the room. I ain't even front no more. I ain't even going to school no more. Next thing you know, I'm smoking weed in the crib. I'm smoking big blunts in the crib. 16, I'm burning blunts. I ain't going nowhere. See, that's how I was a knucklehead. But my point is, I realized that they was lying in school, telling lies, bunch of BS, trigonometry, all this stuff. They ain't trying to break it down. I'm wasting my time. So I stopped going. I started using my mathematics skills in the street. It's called measurements chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Whipping in the pot. If I put this with that, I can get this. I start mastering how to use grams and stuff like that. It sounds ignorant, but they teach you at a school about chemistry, and they teach you about mathematics. They teach you about grams and ounces, quarters, eighths. They teach you all that in school, man. Well, my point is this. Some of us take out what we want to take out. Some of us don't. You know what I'm saying? But my point is this. You always on the clock. That's why you got to do this. You got to go from pre-K to kindergarten. Then you got to go to first grade to the 12th. It's all about time. And that's why we was taught to go to school when you graduate. Go to school and graduate. But a lot of us, we ain't know what to do after we graduated. A lot of people graduated, they was like, damn, what am I gonna do now? Some people graduated and just got a job. Some people graduated, went to college, and still ain't got no job. Because you was just told what to do. And a lot of stuff you did, you realize I wasted time. Meanwhile, Mark Zuckerberg became a millionaire. A lot of people became billionaires and they ain't got no college degree. A lot of people are rich and they don't even got a high school diploma. They dropped out of school and rich. But you went to school and you wasted your time. Because it's a finesse game. And you also, a lot of people went to school and they owe the student loan. You owe racks. You owe racks on deck right now. You got racks on deck and you owe. Just think about it. You owe racks. It's called student loan. It's called keeping the colleges popping, keeping them paid. But my point is, if you got a college degree and you ain't utilizing it, you just wasted your money. So my point is, in America, we all got the same 24 hours in a day. It's all on how you utilize your time. That's why I don't hate on nobody, because I look at anybody overnight, they could be the next person doing something big, doing something great. Only thing that can stop a person is their own hate for themselves, their own stupidity, playing with yourself, laying up, beating your meat all day, playing with yourself, playing with time on Pornhub, playing all day, starting beef, wasting time, playing. Those are the people that's going to end up messed up. Because when they look back, they're going to say, damn, I wasted all this time. That shit ain't get me nowhere, damn. That's what I'm trying to tell some of you people, man. But it all relates to what I'm saying. Mary J. Blige wasted a lot of time. Now she in her 50s talking about kids. You should have been talking about You ain't even had this kid conversation. You wait till you're in 50s and you got an album dropping out. Now you want to talk about people that got kids. But really, Mary, you've been wasting a lot of time partying. And you're still partying. And when you look back, Mary, you're going to be an old lady. You ain't going to have no family. You're not going to have no legacy. And you're going to be miserable. These two fools right here, they facing time. 7 years in jail. Trying to pull YouTube stunts. Blowing money. 25,000 bail. For what? For YouTube views. People playing with time, playing around. Man, that's what this life is based on. People that know, people that don't know. People that know how to utilize that clock. People that don't know, their life go tick-tock. That's how it works. So this ain't no Illuminati talk. This ain't none of that. This called common sense. This called what? The individual that know how to guide their own destiny. Some of us got a destiny. Some of us got an ambition. Some of us know where we trying to go. Some of y'all just don't. That's what separates us. Period. Some of us know how to move without GPS, and some of you without your phone, you're finished. You don't know how to do nothing. You don't know how to go nowhere. But I'm talking about the game of life. Some of us, we already got GPS skills in life. We know where we're going at all times. Some of y'all don't know nothing unless somebody tell you. That's why I'm trying to tell you, man, it's a certain separation in this thing called life. It's a certain measurement going on. And guess what? You only can disqualify yourself. Also, it don't matter how much somebody hate on you. Somebody can hate on you till they turn blue in the face. If you destined to be great, you're going to be great. There's nothing they can do about it. Same way, if somebody is born to be a loser, no matter how much you try to help them, they're going to stay a loser. How many people you know that wasn't nothing and you knew they was lower than earth and you tried to help them, you did everything for them and they still didn't get nowhere. And they still can't get nowhere. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking real facts right now. You got people that's destined to be great. You got people that's destined to be losers. But guess what? That's the game of life called positive and negative. And them two always going to clash. People that's about their bread, what they say, a loser can't sit around a room of bosses. A worker can't be around a room of bosses. It's called a boardroom. Get out of here. The same way a boss is not going to hang around a people that's unemployed. You cannot pay a boss to chill around a room full of people unemployed. It's not going to work. So I'm showing you the two dualities of life that's always going to exist, but they will never exist together. And this is part of the spiritual war we've been talking about, but it also plays out in finances. I'm talking real talk right now because people keep playing with life. So my point is, don't keep blaming people. Don't keep worrying about what somebody else doing. You ain't going to get nowhere. Now, you help those who want help. That's why I told you it's about humility. The people that are humble enough to say they want help and need help, those are the people you help. But when a person act like they know it all, they the end all and be all, you let them fall on their face. That's what you do. I told you, stay out the way. And that same person, when they fall on their face, they're going to be looking for you to pick them up. And all you got to do is keep walking. That's how this thing works, man. A lot of us can save so many burdens by just doing our own thing. You won't have no burdens. You won't have no problems. So what Mary was talking about, like a child is a burden. No, a child is not a burden. But like somebody said in the chat, a child is a blessing from God. What's a burden is people who ain't nothing that want to hang on to your life. That's a burden. People who mean you no good but act like they're your friends. That's a burden. People always need to hold something. That's a burden. That's grown-ups. Ain't got to do with no kids. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's something else that's going on in America that's trending. A lot of senior citizens are killing people. I've never heard of this many senior citizens catching bodies. Now, this could be anybody. Now, check this out. An 83-year-old man backed up and ran over a 75-year-old woman. And this 83-year-old was chilling in the Benz, a 2021 Benz, 83 years old in a 2021 Benz. And they couldn't even park. Because guess what? The lady was just walking. But when the lady was walking, the 83-year-old man was backing up. He didn't see her, ran over, killed her. And the woman was 75 years old. So One senior citizen killed another senior citizen. Where have we heard this stuff at? This happened in Queens the other day in a parking lot. And I never heard somebody that actually could back up and kill somebody. I heard of people backing up, bumping somebody. This man backed up the Benz. He thought he was still a young old man. I guess he thought he still had it. He in the Benzo, the E-Class. He backing up and ran a woman over, killed her. That's why I told y'all too, man, what we said. Ain't nobody looking out for the old people, the women and the kids. Because we know 83 years old, this man was not supposed to be driving no car. He was not supposed to be driving at 83. I understand some old people are stubborn. A lot of them are, but he 83 years old, still trying to push the Benz. And he backed up and ran a woman over and killed her. We heard a report about the 83-year-old transformer that killed a friend. The 83-year-old transformer, his friend was 68 years old, a senior citizen, and the transformer chopped him up. Another senior killing a senior. What is going on out here? That's what I'm trying to tell people, man. Everything ain't got nothing to do with street activity. People keep talking about it's the youth. It's the youth. It's the youth doing all the killings. The youth ain't doing all the killings. We got proof. An 83-year-old man just caught a body yesterday. I'm just saying. I'm telling y'all, man, this stuff is getting hilarious. My point is this. You could have just been walking in the parking lot to your car and you could have got ran over by an old man, dead, out of here. Just off nothing. Why? Because this 83-year-old man is supposed to be driving. He don't understand his time is up. You see that? Old people, they don't understand when their time is up. They don't know how to do what? Old people don't know how to get out of the way. Let the young folks have it. Let the young people do their thing. You want old people got pride. They don't want to stay out the way. Some old people, not all old people. Let me clarify that. What I mean by old, when I say old, I'm talking about set in their ways. I'm not talking about age only. I'm talking about people that set in their ways. Once you set in your ways, you become old. I don't care how old you are. Once you set in your ways, you stubborn, you're old. Because you're not willing to do nothing new. You don't want to be introduced to nothing new. You don't want to learn nothing new. You don't want to do nothing. You just want to be old, set in your ways. Can't tell you nothing. Stubborn. That's what I call old. I don't care if you in your 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, late 20s, you could be an old head. Because if you're 28, compared to somebody that's 16, 15, 14, you're an old head. If you're 35, compared to somebody 20, you're an old head. Get it? So I'm talking about when you set in your ways and you lose your senses. Your senses start fading. You're not as fast as you used to be. You're not, you don't move the same. You're not creative. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got that energy. You ain't got that spunk. That's when you become old. So it ain't about age. It's plenty of people younger than me, but I feel like they're older than me, to be honest with you. A lot of people. So this ain't about no age. Age, like I told, we had this conversation before. Old is when you stuck in the past, stuck in a time zone. That's what makes you old. You stuck in the past. What makes you old when you stuck? All right, it's 2022. If you stuck in 2001, you old. If you stuck in the 90s, your ass old. You stuck in the 80s, you old. You get it? When you're not adapting to the time, you old. Period. So we know this old man was in a 2021 Benz, 83 years old in a 2021 Benz. He was in a new Benz, but he was old because he couldn't even back up the car. He backed up the car and caught a body. So that's my point. I could have been walking in the back of him looking at my phone and got ran over. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to always be on point. But may this woman rest in peace because she did not deserve to get ran over. And this 83-year-old man should not have been driving. And we already know he's not gonna get no time for this, really. He don't get no time. He's not gonna get no time for this. I doubt it. But it just shows you. Also, I'm about to go to the next situation. According to the CDC, they say that the Omicron is starting to rapidly spread, starting to pick up. The BA.2. They said it's a sublineage of the Omicron. It's an Omicron called BA.2.2. Allegedly, disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, but I don't want to false report this. But they are saying that it's something starting to spread. And they're saying that a quarter percentage of this new variant is causing infections nationwide, 39%. Now, this is what I always say. Sometimes you don't gotta put a name on it. Let's take away the name. All right, let's sit back. Have you noticed a lot of people getting sick lately? Do you know people that's sick? You're getting messed up throats, allergies, whatever. I'm gonna be real. I know people that have been getting sick the past week, past 2 weeks. People been getting sick. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I look at symptoms. I don't get caught up in the names. If something comes down on you and you start feeling ill other than your normal self, sometimes you don't know what you got. You don't know what it is, but you just know that you're getting sick or you're sick, something ain't right, your throat messed up, you're extra phlegm. I do know people have been dealing with these type of things lately. So when I hear reports on how something is spreading, we also do know about what? We do know about what? Chemtrails. For those that seen the spraying, some of us actually did the analytics and seeing how when you come out a certain time of day and pay attention, you'll see the dust on your car. But see, a lot of times, sometimes you trick to think it's pollen, but some of that is chemtrails. You see it on leaves, stuff like that. Some of that's chemtrails. And for those that did their research about the chemtrails, you know exactly what's in some of that stuff. And you also know that some of that stuff attacks your respiratory system. But my point is, we don't never know what they spraying. So let me say allegedly. We don't know what they spraying, but we know what. We can look in the sky and see they spraying something. That's why I was telling people a while ago where just in case, you better be strapped and protected, because what if they do spray something and you ain't ready for it? How you going to make it? And I just told you, they don't want to take out everybody. Maybe they want to just take out everybody that's not ready. That's how I think. So it's easy. They spray every day. Why you think when it get hot, you don't even see lightning bugs like that? When the last time you seen lightning bugs? You know, mosquitoes don't even be out like they used to. You know, y'all remember mosquitoes was crazy. When it get hot, you don't see them bugs out there. Like, there be bugs out there, don't get me wrong, but not like it was once upon a time. Even the bugs ain't making it no more. That's right. Cali Phil say he doing extra research on chemtrails right now. Exactly. That's right. Y'all know about the chemtrails. But my point is, do we actually know how the chemtrails affect our breathing every day? Do we really know that? And do we really know exactly if all the planes are spraying chemtrails? Some planes could be spraying something totally different. Do we know that? One thing we do know for a fact, we all got to go outside and breathe air. We all know we breathe oxygen. We leave our window open. We roll down the windows in the car. We inhale oxygen every day. So when I see stuff like these numbers going up, and I do know people getting sick, I start taking heed, you know what I'm saying? Because, mind you, people already trained to be asleep. People already trained. Remember, people was trained their whole life to say, man, they can't do that. They can't do that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. People also was trained to have fear, scared of everything. Boogeyman, I told you this. So what if something is being unleashed on you right now and you just don't even know what's going on? And then next thing you know, you just start feeling symptoms. We just heard about people catching cancer at younger ages now, in their 30s, 20s. People catching strokes. Who's to say some of this don't come from spraying? Who knows? We don't know. I'm just saying we do know they spray. And they always giving us some type of report about some sickness. So all I'm going to say is people just need to take care of themselves and stop thinking everything can't happen. Stop thinking you got all the answers. You're so smart. You better start paying attention to what's going on. That's why I keep telling you some people ain't gonna make it. You know why? Because they got weak immune systems anyway. And some people's immune system is compromised. So everybody got to try to well, I ain't gonna say everybody. I'm gonna say if you do want to live a long life, or as long as you can, you do got to try to build on your body every day. You got to try to build on your health, because guess what? If you build your immune system, you know that God gave you, it can try to fight some things. It can fight some things, or it could put up a certain amount of fight. You know, eventually everything breaks down, but at least you got a better chance of a fight. Like, you know, if you train for a fight, it's a better chance you might win. If you don't train, you're gonna get knocked out. So a lot of you people, y'all don't believe in nothing, but at the same time, you destroying your body, you might get knocked out one day because you ain't believe it can happen. That's all I'm saying. That's why I keep telling y'all, nobody's unfadable, man. People got this complex in their mind. They can't be touched. Ain't nothing gonna happen to them. I used to think that way too. Next topic. It ain't nothing major, but they say that Jay-Z and Dame Dash are allegedly trying to settle a lawsuit in court. And it's over Jay-Z's first album, Reasonable Doubt. His first album. A lot of people feel like that's his best album to this day. I say that's a lot of people's favorite album, Jay-Z. When he was hungry, he was in hustle mode. But they in court right now, and it's looking like they about to come to a settlement. And they say originally Dame Dash wanted to sell the album. He wanted to sell the album Reasonable Doubt as an NFT. I don't know what y'all know about NFTs, but they say NFTs are one of the biggest things going on right now that's popping, that's generating revenue. And I'm going to be real, I need to do my studies on NFTs. I have to do my studies. I'm going to put myself through a course of NFTs, cryptocurrency, and a lot of things like that. I want to put myself to studies. That's a fact, Miss Danielle Walker. That other conversation, that's right. Vitamin, turmeric, and zinc. Exactly. I make tea and put straight turmeric in it. You know what I'm saying? I put turmeric in water in my tea. I put turmeric in my smoothies. That's a fact. But if anybody know about NFTs, you can comment in the chat. But NFTs are one of the biggest things booming, and a lot of people eating up NFTs. And you know, Dame has been trying to sell Reasonable Doubt, the album. He's been trying to sell it as an NFT. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to reach an agreement. And it was a good sign that they're gonna be cool again, because some of y'all remember Jay-Z had thanked Dame Dash for, you know, he thanked when Jay-Z got an award at the Rock and Roll show, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame, Jay-Z, you know, at the ceremony, he gave a shout out to Dame Dash, you know. And when Dame Dash was asked about that speech, he said it was beautiful. And he said he glad that Jay-Z did it for the culture. So my point is, eventually, you know, they want to squash. I think they're going to squash it. But this also shows that what? Time heals all wounds. That's something we learned. You know, you might not forgive people today. They might not forgive you. But the thing is, you got to give certain things time, because time heals all wounds. Nothing changes overnight. And you can't tell people when to get over stuff. People get over stuff in what? Their own time. Some people never get over stuff. Now that's sad, because you know you don't want to. Sometimes you don't want to go to your grave holding all those burdens, but all wounds heal in time. And you got to understand, see, that's like when Jay-Z and Dame, when they squash their old beef, they're going to realize they wasted a lot of time holding those grudges against each other. And they also going to realize they could have got a lot more done together. But it's also going to make them appreciate the time they put in to build that company. That's why I told you, time is everlasting. It's never what? Too late. It's never too late. As long as you breathe enough, it's never too late. So I got a feeling Jay and Dame's going to come together eventually one day, but it also shows you that sometimes you got to mend fences to get to get yourself right mentally. It's not always physically. You know, people don't understand that when you forgive somebody, it's actually doing something better for you than the person you forgive. You see that? I had to learn that. I told you, when you carry burdens and you always mad, you're actually destroying yourself more than the person you call you hate. The person you claim you hate, that person is living their life chilling. You carrying a burden, destroying yourself. That's how it works. So when you forgive somebody for something, you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself. When you forgive somebody, guess what happened? That burden magically gets lifted off you. And just because you forgive somebody, it don't mean you got to hang with them. It don't mean you got to do no business with them. It don't mean nothing. It just means once you forget them, what happens is you open up a gateway. You open up something great to happen for yourself because you let go of some luggage that you was carrying. Now you can carry something else. When you let burdens go and you get hate out your heart and you let stuff go, it opens up a new door for you. That's how it works. And it's not for the person you forgiving. That's where the saying comes in, what? You forgive, but you don't forget. But when you forgive somebody, that actually takes a lot of power. That takes a lot of strength to forgive somebody. And when you forgive somebody, it makes you more stronger. But a weak person, they don't forgive. That's what makes them weak. It's called petty. But don't get me wrong. Forgiveness is not easy. My point is everything comes in time. It might take some people 10 years to forgive somebody, 20, 5, a year. Some people forgive you the next day or week. It don't matter. Everybody deal with it in their own time. That's my point. But eventually, guess what? You do have to let it go. We know for a fact it's people that are grown and they still holding grudges on how their parents raised them when they was young. You still got a grudge about when you was a teenager. Let it go. I've been there too. Sometimes I still have backflashes. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, we know for a fact people are still grown talking about how they was done as a child. Let it go. Because all you're doing is carrying a lot of bags. You're carrying a big burden. And after a while, that burden will make you start becoming insane. Because guess what? You this age, but you still talking about when you was in junior high school. You still got a grudge from that. You talking about how many years ago? That's why I said that's when you become old. When you stuck in the past. When you hold grudges, you become old. Y'all know a lot of old heads, they keep grudges. Younger people, they let stuff go. They forgive. They move on. Y'all know that with kids. You know kids can have a fight today and tomorrow be playing back again. They don't hold grudges. Old people hold grudges. The young mind don't work like that. The young mind don't. You got to remember, the young mind doesn't have hate in it. That's why you heard the saying, hate has to be taught. When you're young, you don't know nothing about hate. Hate has to be taught. Hate is learned. So that's why most people, that's when they get old and they're a hater, that's how I know 9 times out of 10, you was a hater your whole life. You got a PhD in hating degrees. You put a lot of years into that hate. And now you a master of hate. That's a lot of people. That's all they're going to be is haters until they 6 feet deep. That's it. It's sad to say, when you were a hater your whole life, nobody pull up at your funeral. Those are the ones that 9 times out of 10 get put in a ditch with no tombstone on it. Or they get put in a wooden box. Because they was hating their whole life. Nobody even came to their funeral. That's how haters die. So ask yourself, do you want to be a hater your whole life? Or do you want to be somebody that's appreciated and remembered? Either way, it ain't none of my business. We all destined to go, we got to go. But that's why I say, while we here, we got to live our life and utilize this time. So I ain't preaching. I ain't doing none of that. But I'm going to tell you what it is. So I'm going to do a recap and I'm going to get out of here. Salute to my people. I see all y'all been vibing. Salute to everybody that pulled up. Salute to the 74 people in the building. Salute to everybody that watched this on the replay. Thank y'all for pulling up. If you new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the all notification bell. I do this 7 a.m. beyond, Monday through Friday. Just know that when it's For No Fame Live, it's strictly business. All right? And I come to cook and, Give the people what they need. I jumpstart the day. That's what I do. Other than that, man, don't take nothing else serious. But this show you take serious because I don't play. That's why I tell them to stay out my way. Anyway, y'all know I'm gonna talk my talk, but I don't want to talk about this no more, but I got to touch up on it because Mary J. Blige, she is very sorry. And I gave her credit. I told y'all, for Mary to be 50 plus, she looks nice, right? She still got a body intact. She looks nice. I'm not going to hate on her. She still fly. She still be fresh. Not going to take that from her. Maybe in her mind, she still thinks she in her 20s or her early 30s. I don't know. But Mary needs to stop hating because Mary was throwing shots at all you mothers, all you parents. Mary was throwing shots at y'all. And Mary was asked why she don't have kids during the promotion of her album. So she got another album coming out. She's making her rounds, promoting herself. And during her promotional campaign, I think, in my opinion, she thought it was cool to say that she ain't got no kids and she don't want no kids. And, you know, her album is going to be called Good Morning Gorgeous. And Mary J. Blige was asked on her decision, you know, to why she don't have no children. And Mary says she likes her freedom and the ability to move how she wants to move. And she also says she does not want to have to tend to someone all the time. And the reporter asked her from, you know, the E, y'all know the E, the Entertainment Network. The reporter, the host, you know, Justin Sylvester, he asked Mary, he gave her outlet. She could have, check this out. You got to peep the plot. He gave her an outlet. He says, he asked her, does she have any regrets for not having no kids? She could have said, you know, I not really, but, you know, it's a certain way she could have said it. But when he asked her that, Mary says, I got nieces and nephews. And she says she's always watching how people are scrambling for babysitters. And she says she don't want to go through that. She also says she likes her freedom and she want to do what she want to do. And she don't have time to tend to someone else. That's what she said. She ain't said like that, but that's what she said. So basically for you mothers, she tried to throw shots, said, y'all be having problems finding babysitters and you're miserable. She tried to say that, you know, y'all don't got no freedom, you on lockdown. And she always try to say that she does not want to have to tend to somebody else. Basically saying that you mothers, y'all ain't got no time for yourself. That's what Mary said, allegedly. But she was throwing shots, to my opinion, she was throwing shots at the mothers. She basically tried to say mothers are miserable, they on lockdown, they can't do nothing, and basically try to make it like y'all ain't got no career, no life. That's a fact, Miss Carla. She's just trying to get to the young generation. That's how I look at it. Exactly. She trying to make herself sound cool. She want to be a city girl. She want to be like Megan and them. Because you know, Megan and city girls, they don't promote no kids. But that's not a knock on them. I'm just saying what Mary said was bogus. She said she see people scrambling for babysitters. We know Mary is rich and she can get anybody to watch her kids. As I said earlier, she can hire a nanny. We seen Kim Kardashian have children. Now, come on, stop it, Mary. We seen Cardi B have children. Rihanna's pregnant. Rihanna's got way more money than you, Mary. But you try to throw shots at mothers. And my point is, Mary, why you just couldn't say something like, you know, first of all, let me clarify this. First of all, she's over 50. So we know you can't have no kids probably anyway. You're over 50. And my point is this also, I can see she was asked this a long time ago. But what, like I said earlier, what if she just can't have kids anyway? She just ain't want to say that. I get that too. But I just feel like it's a certain way she could have said it. And I felt like when she said this was cap because she was throwing shots. And you basically made it like you still want to party, you still want to turn up, you still want to have fun, and you don't want to settle down. And you made it like a child is a burden. Now, Mary, what if your mother felt that way about you? Would you be here? Would you be Mary J. Blige if your mother felt like, having this baby be a burden and got rid of you, would you feel that way? That's why you need to stop talking stupid, use a better choice of words. All you had to do is say, I didn't choose to have any children, for my career. You could have just said that. I'm showing you how simple it was. That's it. I'm done with Mary. Mary is finished. She's another old head that need to sit down. All right? All she do is cry, talk about how everybody did her dirty. She's another one always crying. But she did make good music once upon a time. But she also did specialize in making money off depressed women and using her life as a scam. All right? Anyway, don't get mad at me, Mary supporters. All right? I used to love Mary too when I was a kid. I used to love Mary. That first album and all that, I used to like that album too. And the second one, My Life, I used to like Mary. But Mary Ben got bogus a long time ago when she was talking about get it crunk on a burner phone, or whatever she was talking about. Get it crunk. Y'all know Mary Ben fell off, and y'all been knew they said Mary can't sing in real life. Y'all been knew that. Y'all been hearing that since back in the day. That woman cannot sing on live. Her voice is all messed up. That's what they've been said about her. But in the studio, she's a beast. I ain't hating on Mary. I'm just saying. That's my opinion. Because Mary, you out here trying to finesse people, and you trying to be a city girl, and your fans don't appreciate that. Miss Carla McWilliams, she don't appreciate what you're saying. Anyway. What else? I spoke about these two clowns on the screen. They facing 7 years for trying to be big YouTubers. They facing felony charges. They're a couple too. They facing felony charges of 7 years. They are now out on bond for $25,000. They was trying to start something called the 24-hour challenge. The 24-hour overnight challenge, in which they was trying to make it appear like they was going to stay in a Target for 24 hours. What happened was they was in the Target. When Target closed, they was hiding. They built a little fort, so they built a little fort up in there somewhere. They gonna act like they was sleeping at. And then at 3 a.m., they snuck up out of Target. They left the building. But the whole time they was on camera trying to make their people think they was going to stay there overnight. But when they left out at 3 a.m., they hit the alarm system. So when the police came, they wasn't there no more. But these two stupid asses, they came back 8 o'clock the next morning to continue filming the footage to make it look like they stayed there overnight. And what happened was the people saw the surveillance, but after they saw the surveillance, they found it on their YouTube channel. Because when they was running their mouth on the surveillance, they heard them speaking about YouTube. So the police went to YouTube, found their video, and used that to incriminate them and lock them up. And they thought they was going to be stars. They thought they was going to be somebody special, but they was trying to make money. Now they got to pay money and bond, lawyer fees, stuff like that. So it went backwards on them. But these are the perfect example of Dumb and Dumber. Also, this represents they'll do anything for clout. And I told you, it's people on YouTube right now that are saying do anything for some chump change. Yesterday, I saw a video. I was talking to the bro of a video that went 1.2 million, and it was only 20 hours. And it was only 8 minutes long. And it was something simple. 1.2 million views in less than 24 hours. So let that be a message to a lot of you that think you big YouTubers. You ain't doing no 1.2 million in a day. You could stop that. You could stop that right now. So I try to tell you, no matter how big you think you are, somebody always bigger. And guess what? You got people that's big and they don't got to do nothing. You don't even know who they are. You don't even see them. I'm gonna share the video I'm gonna share my video on my community section later. This particular video, 1.2 million. I don't even know what it is now. When I saw it, it was under 24 hours. It was at 1.2 million views in less than a day. Right here on YouTube. 1.2 million views in less than a day. But I told you, when you got a low mind state and we got the nigga mentality, we still think 100,000 is a lot. We think 200,000 is a lot. We think 300,000 is a lot. Well, add that up to put that next to 1.2 million in a day. Do the math on that, and you'll see we all got a way to go. That's what I'm trying to show you, man. Everybody want to be the bigger than somebody else, but really, no matter how big you are, look, your ceiling is always going to be somebody else's floor. I put it like that. No matter how big you are, somebody's always going to be bigger than you. That car you think you got that's popping, somebody's always going to pull up at the light with something better than yours. You know that. My point is, everybody's in the chase. Everybody's on the grind. Everybody's trying to get somewhere. People need to get that ego out their head because you never as big as you think you are. Have we not heard the biggest is it's only one person that's bigger than everybody? We already heard that saying. We already know it is too. But we'll let that be. I also spoke about the 83-year-old man that backed up in his Benz and killed the 75-year-old. And I told you, it's seniors killing seniors. It's seniors putting in work out here too, stabbing people, chopping up bodies. So y'all better get low. Kids are killing, seniors are killing. All right? So stop putting all this on the young, on the youth. Everything ain't the youth. And youth is spelled WOOF, the youth. Other than that, the CDC also made an announcement saying that it's something spreading. So I'm going to tell you, keep your mask on. Don't be letting people put hot breath in your face. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in hot cars, hot boxing and all of that. Stay on point. Because some people got the dragon breath, but they also got the dragon breath that might get you sick. So you better keep your mask on. You dig? Other than that, I think I touched on everything I want to touch on. I touched on daylight savings. For those that just pulled up, daylight savings is over with. This is supposed to be the last year for daylight savings. So your days are going to be longer, for real, for real. And if you doing bad, you do not want your days to be long because that means you're going to have hell this summer. That's all I'm going to say on that. I think I touched on everything. I'm about to get up out of here in a minute. Salute to the chat. What's good with y'all? Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. What's shaking? See y'all pulled up today. What's good? It's Thursday, episode 127. We popping this morning. We lit. Salute to all my people, all my supporters. I got to stress that, salute to everybody that's been donating to the channel, people that's been, donating through the Cash App, sharing the videos, leaving comments. All of y'all are part of the engine that make this work. And I'm also going to be showing y'all a lot of growth. I'm going to be showing y'all certain things to show you that I'm just a regular person. I ain't nobody, nothing. I don't want to be on a pedestal. And no matter which way for people that like to watch the numbers, no matter how much numbers I get up, no matter how much I grow, whatever, I'm still going to be the same. That's what I'm trying to say. Right? I'm never going to forget where I came from because I'm always, it's always somewhere I got to go. And I'm never going to be ashamed to go back to where I'm from. You understand? And that's from the bottom. That's why I always told you a hustle is going to hustle. It's about getting to levels. So I like to thank people that helped me in my journey to get from this level to that level because I still got more levels to go. You dig? That's why for people that say they helped a person, they made a person, you can't make a person. Now, what you can do is put a person in position. You can't give somebody, the motivation. But you can't help nobody get to the next level. Because you got them to one level, but that person got to get to a whole nother level. You got them to the 5th floor, but the building got 32 floors. The building got 20 floors. You just help them get to the 5th floor. That person got to get up to the top on their own. And like I tell you, nobody's going to help you get to the top. Nobody is going to help you get to the top. You got to do that on your own. People can help you. People can help you carry the groceries, but everybody ain't going to help you make the groceries. You did? That's hustling. All right? So I say that to say I appreciate everybody that helped me. I appreciate everybody for pulling up and paying attention to what I got to say. That's why I want y'all to know I'll never take y'all for granted. But I am on a journey. Know that. I'm on a journey. So that's why I told you I don't play with time, because I don't know how much time I got. That's why I always tell you what, I don't got time to play. So yeah, you might see me doing this or doing that, but I told you, don't never put me in a box. Don't ever put a cap on me. You never know what I'm going to bring out to the table next. That's how I live my life. You never know what I got going on. You only going to know what I show you, what I tell you. You never going to know what I got cooking in the pot. 9 times out of 10 is something good. That's how I rock. And when I make that dish, I'm going to invite certain people to the table. It's called a feast. That's how I do it. I told y'all the other day, nobody want to have a feast by themselves. So I need certain people at the table with me when I break bread. That's how I rock. Never been a selfish dude. That ain't my swag. All right? So y'all pay attention. Listen to what I be saying, because I'm speaking facts. And I see everybody that's doing their thing, and I know who's who, and I know what's what. So like I said, everything is going to come together eventually. Everybody got to stay on their hustle, stay on their grind, treat each other right, you know what I'm saying? Respect each other, and everybody that move like that, you're going to get somewhere in life, period. Salute to the chat. My man Alan from the UK been pulling up every day, straight from overseas. What up, Alan? Alan used to be the first one in the building. Remember I said, bro, how you from overseas and you the first one in the building all the time? That's what you call support. Tommy D Streams, what's going on, bro? Thanks for the support. Miss Nadine, appreciate you. Miss Deja, thanks for all the support you've been doing. Miss Deja been supporting me for a minute. My bro Hunter Rizzo, definitely been supporting me from day one. RG, what's going on, RG? I ain't see you in a while, RG. All Artists Mental, what's up? Alfamilia, what's up? Go subscribe to Alfamilia if you haven't already. The sister, she be talking about some things. Pay attention. Make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't already. Who else in here? My man ABGBK all day. Anybody get it? Another strong supporter. Now I see when you came, you pulled up like while I was already doing my thing, but since you've been locked in, bro, you've been loaded. You always pull up. Thanks for the support, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nate the Great. What's up, Nate the Great? Another brother that he been solid. You know what I'm saying? Nate the Great. Thanks for your support, homie. You already know. When I drop that link, Nate, pull up. Miss Sassy NJ, what's going on? Another good supporter, always pulling up. Late night, when she be on that late night shit, she pull up. That's why I try to tell you, I don't worry about what's going on in my chat. I know who be in my chat. I know my people. That's why I told y'all, for those who've been listening to me, did not tell you I'm going to build this brick by brick, piece by piece. That's how I know every individual, exactly how they came, when they came. I know this. I told y'all, make sure you leave comments so I know who's who. Did I not always tell y'all that? That's how I got an idea who I'm talking to. I don't be up here freestyling. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know when trolls come in the building. I don't just say accuse people of being trolls. I know a troll when they come in the building, because that's how I created my channel to be. That's what I'm saying. When you come in the building, you come in respectfully. That's it. Even if we don't, you know what I'm saying? Just don't come here violating. You all right? Pone Striller, what up, Pone? That's the bro. All right, Paul, man, you can't be trying to bag everybody in the chat, bro. Yeah. That's how I go. And I see some of you dudes, when I subscribe you to these ladies' channels, keep trying to holler at them. Don't be trying to talk fresh and stuff like that. All right. Don't be doing that. I ain't talking a poem, just saying. Some of y'all, I see y'all be trying to, you know what I'm saying? I put y'all on to some of my people. Y'all be trying to get slick. We trying to blow kisses and all that, bro. I don't be trying to do all that. Just messing with y'all. Told you I ain't no hater. But don't play yourself, because you gonna make me look bad. If I see you the shorty channel and you start stalking, harassing her, you gonna make me look bad. So I'm saying, don't do that, all right? Please. Be respectful. Anyway, American Links, what up, bro? Another day one. What's good? Miss Danielle Walker in the Midwest. What's up? We got everybody across the whole 50 states up in here. Y'all know how we do this. For no Fame Mafia. Y'all already know what it is. Who else in Journey to Taj? Yeah, I did hear Mary do indulge in those activities. I did hear that one. I did hear that. I did hear allegedly that Queen Latifah had her way with a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all might have seen the footage a long time ago when they was in Virginia Beach at a hotel in the pool and they was all playing together and stuff. They was having fun. Mm-hmm. That's what they say. Queen of Attraction. What's up, Queen? That's right. Invest in that crypto. So people hear that word crypto, some people scared. That's like a foreign word. It's like a Chinese word. But all you got to know is this. People have been getting paid off crypto for the past over 5 years. I know that for. I think I started noticing crypto about, I say like 2015, 2016. It's people been cashed out off that ever since then. Putting dirty money, all type of money in the crypto, flipping it, living off the extra, keeping their money put up in the bank, keeping their money all over the place, just living off crypto. But I ain't gonna do too much because I ain't trying to get violated like Nipsey. He was campaigning a little too hard. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So that's why I tell you in the description box, all my opinions are alleged and not actual facts. So don't quote me on nothing I said. I don't push agendas. I just talk. Sometimes I just ramble. I don't even know what I be talking about. But the smart people, they know what I be talking about. Anyway, man, that's about it. Let me see. That's right, Nadine. It is real risky. You know what's crazy? It's more risky now than it was when it first came out. That's the problem. When it first came out, everybody was eating, cashing out. They knew everybody else was going to try to jump on the bandwagon. Now they made it hard for you to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's more risky now. It wasn't risky at first. Y'all know how it is when companies first come out. The first investors, they boom. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that was invested at Apple when it first came out, they paid. But the people that's investing in now, you're going to get paid, but you'll never be paid like the people that first invested in Apple. Get it? That's the difference. They say it was people that was involved with all that in the beginning. They pulled their money out. They didn't believe in his dream. They didn't believe in his vision. Well, we see what happened to them. It's a fact. And for those that don't know, a lot of black people did have their hands in the beginning of Bill Gates and the beginning of Steve Jobs. And a lot of black people did help IBM in the beginning, for those that don't know. And it's not about race. It's just about a little history. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's a narrative that certain people are stupid and they dumb. They're just criminals. But I'm gonna tell you, a lot of so-called minorities, I say, had their hands in the whole beginning of IBM, the whole beginning of all of that. Apple, Microsoft, all of that. Why you think a lot of us are nice with the phones now? A lot of us, we nice with the computers. We nice with all technology. Anything we touch, we just nice with it. Some of us got that talent. That's all I'm gonna say. Other than that, D Malley from the West Coast, what's up, bro? What's the gas like out there? The numbers started going down a little bit. I guess that's it right now. Everybody that can make it, y'all made it. For those that's listening to the replay, salute to y'all. Other than that, I think I touched on everybody. Randy Nichols, what up, bro? Another day one supporter. He throwing shots at Mary. He said that blow probably shattered her womb, allegedly. That's what they say, man. They say Mary's to turn up very heavy. I tell you what, go back and look at some of her old pictures from back in the day. Look at all her pictures. You'll see every time she came out, her whole appearance changed. It changes. All right, that's it. We see ain't no new. L Blizz, what up, L Blizz? What's up? One up, man. I see you one up on, man. I see you, man. You just got to start entertaining nonsense. But I know you entertain all the nonsense. So I can't even hate on you, bro. But damn, man, sometimes you can watch from the bushes. That's all, man. You support a lame. Sometimes when I see you in a lame channel, you giving them an extra view. You making them feel themselves. But I understand one up. You be gassing people up too. Hold on. Alpha Million said they ran a train on Mary back at Death Row. I heard that before too. And I heard Tupac said when she got in the car, his car was stinking when she got out. That's why he didn't want to smash. That's what I heard, man. I don't know if it's facts or not, but that's what I heard. Oh man, I'm about to get out of here, man. I gotta tend to some things, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Like I said, Fun No Fame Live, episode 127, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. Enjoy y'all day. Get to the bag. Get to some business. Don't waste your day hating and don't waste your time. With that note, I'm up out of here. Ghost.